Hello everyone, welcome to Glass Half Dead. Following on from my orcish unboxing of their commander, let's do Necrons. Unless I've decided to release these in the opposite order, in which case, forget what I just said about the orcs. Here we go. Now you might notice this is not in cellophane. I've already opened these. This, for anyone that doesn't know, is an Overlord model. Looks very cool. You can see his leg there, standing on a little rock. Very nice. This is, of course, the same model that you get in the Start Collecting set for Necrons, on a 40mm base. How do we feel about Ankra the Colossus, eh? Let's take a look. Now we have the same setup here as we did with the Orcish Commander. This is just instructions and rules. Here we have the punch card. I don't think I've mentioned it before, but FYI guys, I think that GW actually makes very good card stock. Like, I think these are really nice, sturdy tokens. And also, I've never had the issue where you push one through. And, you know, sometimes you do that with other card manufacturers and you actually get the paper on top peeling off. I hate that. It drives me insane. I've never had that happen yet, and I've punched a lot of these bad boys out. Cool. Here we get the fluff of Ankra the Colossus. Feel free to give that a read, guys. I'm going to move straight on. Let's check out if my camera will focus. Yes. This here. So, the first thing we might jump to here is Weapon Skill, Ballistic Skill 2s. Strength 5. Toughness 6. Wound 5, Attack 3. Okay, nice. Saves only 3 up. Fine. Void Scythe. Strength times 2. So he's strength 10, but this is basically a good power claw or power fist. So you're getting the -1 to hit. So he's hitting on 3s still, which is pretty damn good, especially with 3 attacks. AP -4, damage 3. Very nice. Very nice. Abilities Living Metal and Phase Shifter. We're going to find out what those are in a moment. Don't worry, guys. As with before, your specialism is chosen for you because this is a specific character. However, you can apply your own command traits. Cool. For anybody that wants to read what I just said, but in a longer format, have a read of that. So, level 1, 86 points. Impenetrable, add 1 to this model's toughness. Okay, that was already included, so he's... A standard Overlord is toughness 5. He's toughness 6. Cool. Interestingly, that is the same ability as the Orcish Commander, which is really weird. Anyway, level 2, 106 points. You can reroll any failed charge rolls you make for this model. Now, that's actually pretty good, because you've only got a Void Scythe. You only want to be in combat. You're going to be charging. Level 3. Add 1 to 126 points. Add 1 to wound rolls for this model's attacks in the fight phase if it suffered any wounds earlier in the battle round. You've got strength 10. So even against Death Guard, you're wounding on 2s. That's only going to affect you if you go up against commanders strength toughness 6+. So that's kind of, for 20 points, pretty niche. Level 4, 151 points. Ancient Strategist. As long as this model is on the battlefield and not shaken, roll a d6 each time an opponent uses a tactic on a 5-up, you gain 1 command point. That's cool. I think everybody always likes something that can, you know, bring back stuff. Command points, specifically. So, again, just like in the Orcish thing, these two and these two are included in the Commander rulebook. So, are these two Are these 2 tactics? Plus plus these, obviously. Are they worth spending the extra money to get them? Okay, let's find out. 2 command points, Necron Tactics. So all of the commanders can use this. There's only 2, but all of them. Use this tactic at the start of the battle round if your kill team includes a commander, as long as that model is not shaken. Until the end of the battle round, reduce the damage that model suffers from each attack by 1 to a minimum of 1. So it's 2 command points. It's not bad. Again, I feel like they're kind of making Ankra the Colossus here to be a commander killer. You play this because you know you're going up against another commander that has a whole load of 3 damage or 6 damage weapons. Suddenly you don't care, because obviously you'd only play this while you still have wounds left. You'd never play this once you're down to flesh wounds, because you want their multi-damage weapons to go through. Potentially very useful if you're taking Ankra as the guy that can wipe enemy commanders. Okay, he's like a duelist at that point. Cool. Vendetta. This is overlords only, 1 command point. When you first add an overlord to your kill team or command roster, pick a faction keyword. Use this tactic when you pick an overlord to fight in the fight phase. Reroll hit and wound rolls of 1 for that model's attacks when targeting enemy models with the faction keyword you chose for that overlord. So I think in 40k, that's just called hatred, right? Cool. Not bad. Right. We're going to cover these in just a moment. Don't you worry. Okay, boys, here we go. Little bit of fluff for you. And just to clarify, yes, that is only fluff. I know you're thinking dynastic codes. Just like in 40k, are we going to get rules for the dynasties? No, we're not. Okay. Here's the Overlord stats, guys. It's the same as Ankra the Colossus because he's an Overlord, obviously, right? I don't think I need to spell that out. The only difference, of course, being that these guys are toughness 5 because his first ability gave him toughness 6. On with the Void Scythe. The Void Scythe is exactly the same as Ankra the Colossus. We just covered that. However, for 0 points, you can swap to a Staff of Light if you want. It can be used as a ranged weapon or a melee weapon. So this gives you a shooting attack, basically. Range 12 inch, assault 3, strength 5, AP -2, damage 1. They're hitting on 2s. However, with only 12-inch range, you'll probably be hitting on 3s. Possibly 4s if they're obscured. Oh, sorry, or a War Scythe. Let's read that too. Strength +2, AP -4, damage 2. I guess the only reason you'd pick that is if you don't like the subtract 1 from your hit roll. Or maybe you're not so fussed about him being a character killer, and you're not wanting that ×2 strength, taking him to strength 10, you're happy with strength 7. You wouldn't be taking out Marines on 2s. Anyway. Okay, Living Metal. At the beginning of each battle round, this model recovers 1 wound lost earlier in the battle. Very nice. Very nice. However, do notice, neither of these guys have reanimation protocols. They're not getting back up. So once you take them down to flesh wounds, you don't care about rolling 6s. So actually what I said earlier about you'd only use Enduring Will when you have wounds is false. You would use that all the time. You never want them to be doing more than a single damage to you, because they don't have reanimation protocols. And yes, I did go back and check the core manual just in case. It's actually said something like, if they have the Necron's faction keyword, then that means they automatically have reanimation protocols. It doesn't say that, so they don't get it. Phase Shifter, 4-up invuln. Good, you're going to need that. My Will Be Done. It's an aura. Start of the battle round till the end of the battle round. As long as this model is not shaken, you can add 1 to advance, charge, and hit rolls for friendly models within 6 inches. So you're seeing that. I don't know about you guys, but you generally are going to want to get your Overlord into combat. So this is good for him, because you're getting +1 to your charge. Or your advance if you're still turn 1 and you're not ready yet. And if you hold him back with your Immortals, they're obviously getting +1 in their shooting phase. Because hit obviously counts for both fighting and shooting. So it's good. It's good for 2 command points. Of course, you could run him with a bunch of flayed ones. Give them +1 to the charge and advance as well. Resurrection Orb. Now, we've all seen this one on the Warhammer community site, but let's go over it again. Use this tactic at the end of the morale phase if an Overlord from your kill team is on the battlefield and not shaken. Pick a friendly model that is out of action and roll a d6. On a 2+, set up that model with 1 wound remaining and no flesh wounds anywhere within 3 inches of the Overlord that is more than 1 inch from enemy models. This tactic can only be used once per battle. It's 3 command points. My issue here is that it can't be used on the Overlord himself, which means most likely you're going to use it on your leader. Absolute best, your leader is an Immortal. And don't forget that Necrons also have the tactic that give you on a 4-up, you can res your leader as well. So your leader is going to be a bastard to kill, but this is 3 command points. I'm not sure if Resurrection Orb is worth it. However, I do think the Overlord with a Void Scythe, really cool. And I think actually you may as well take Anchor of the Colossus at that point. Okay, Cryptic. You can only have a Staff of Light. Oh, so sorry. Stats. He's 3/3, 4/4s. Yeah. He's a standard Immortal, except he's got 4 wounds, basically. Oh, and a 4-up save instead of 3-up. Sorry. He's a standard warrior. Right. Staff of Light again. Cover that over there. It's not brilliant, but it's a thing. Now he can have a Canoptic Cape, which is 10 points. But that gives him the fly keyword. He also has Living Metal, so every turn, beginning, he will recover a lost wound. 44 points, so he's cheap. He's not blowing me away though. Let's check out the tactics. Use this tactic, so it's an aura. Beginning of the battle round to the end of the battle round with Cryptic. As long as this model is not shaken, friendly models within 3 inches have a 5-up invuln save. I'm not staggered by that, because you're probably going to be running Immortals and they have 3-ups anyway. So this only matters if you're going up against something that's hitting you with AP -3 or 4 or 5. Pretty niche, I don't know. I mean, that in its own doesn't make me want to take a Cryptic instead of an Overlord. Technomancer, another aura tactic, which is cool. I like that he has 2 aura tactics, very Cryptic-y. You know, it's how it should be. Beginning of the battle round to the end of the battle round. As long as this model is not shaken, you can ignore the penalty to hit rolls for each flesh wound suffered by friendly models within 6 inches of this model. Don't get me wrong, that's good, and it's only 1 command point. That's obviously going to be seeing a lot of play in the end rounds. But for me personally, my style of play, I'm preferring the Overlord. I want to take the big guy with the Void Scythe that's just going to wreck face. I like that. That's cool. Worst case scenario, everyone's going to be shooting your Overlord, letting everybody else pick them apart. And that's it. That's all there is for Necrons. Only 2 options, the Overlord or the Cryptic. I think the Overlord is going to get some real work done. I think he gives you a real chance in close combat, and not just a chance. He's got a 4-up invuln, strength 10, AP -3, damage 3. I mean, ridiculous. Yes, there you go. I'm happy with him. Not so sure how the Cryptic's going to play out. Obviously, you could play him, very tightly clustered, him and a bunch of Immortals, and play both of his auras at the beginning of each turn. You are going to make your team very hard to shift, giving them 5-up invulns and ignoring flesh wounds. I think this one is going to require a bit of play for me to really know how I feel about it. But my current feeling is I'd probably run an Overlord. I'm not yet sure if I would run the Ankra the Colossus special character or if I'd make my own, because we haven't gone into what the different specialisms mean yet. And I'm going to do that for the next video, hopefully. And until you see all of the specialisms, you can't really make a decision on is Ankra the Colossus the best option. Because, okay, level 1 you get +1 toughness, but there are others in there where you get +1 strength instead, or something like that. And then having +1 strength will take him to strength 5 instead of we'll take him to strength 6 instead of strength 5. Suddenly, you've got that, and you're going with your War Scythe instead of the Void Scythe. I think that's the wrong words. Let's go with it. And then suddenly, instead of only upping yourself with the +2 of that weapon to strength 7, you're up to strength 8, which means you're doubling out. You're not doubling out. You're wounding Marines on 2 pluses. Suddenly, that's a pretty valid combination. And you're not taking that -1 on your hit rolls that the Void Scythe gives you. Yeah, there's a lot of thoughts needing to be happening there. So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this rundown of the Necron faction commanders. Let me know your thoughts. Has anything in there swayed you one way or the other? Did you like what you saw? Did you not like what you saw? Are you still annoyed the Necrons don't really have much customizability? I don't know. You tell me. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today, guys. Really excited to hear your thoughts. Really excited to play with the Overlord. Less so the Cryptic, but I guess I probably will at some point because I've got the model. And I hope you've all had a great day. I hope you continue to have a great day. Glass half dead, logging off.